Well, good morning. Today is Monday, February 12th. It's Abraham Lincoln's birthday. But it's time for our Weight Watcher meeting highlights. I always start off showing you how I did the week before. I didn't go to the meeting on Thursday because I had a foot doctor appointment in the morning and I had a regular physician's appointment in the afternoon. I had a very busy day. I didn't even get on my scale at home. But the theme for this week is really going to pertain to me. A lot of times we feel like these are just reruns, but we keep forgetting that new people join every year. And some people just need reminders that have been going for years and years, and me being one of them. I've been going to Weight Watchers since December 31st, 2016. So technically my journey started on January 1st, 2017. At one time I had lost 96 pounds. I think at my last meeting I was 40 pounds or something like that. It's not good. Just not good. It's good that I've kept at least 40 pounds off, but it's not good that I gained so much back. And this is going to be the theme of my week on my daily vlogs. So you check my daily vlogs out and you can see the theme that I'm going with. And it's a new way to respond to setbacks. I've had a major setback. If you go to my video yesterday, I posted a video and I shared a picture of my behind from in the summer, and that was probably 10 or 15 pounds ago. So I can only imagine. I don't even want to try to take a picture from behind. And I deliberately asked them to take the picture. It wasn't like somebody took the picture and then I found out about it. No, I knew that I was gaining weight and I knew I was not at my full form. And in my video yesterday, I show you, well, you know what? I'm going to just show you now because I'm just going to show you that a comeback can be made, because at one point I was the same size that I was in this picture. So let me show you. Okay, I was at least the big size when I joined Weight Watchers, probably 40 pounds heavier. So we can only imagine what that scene would look like. But the picture on the other side was me in 2020. And it just shows you that with hard work and determination, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it, really. But it was a mind-opening experience. For some reason, came up on my memories on my phone. Not a memory I wanted to remember, but it's a memory I needed to see, and a memory that I needed to share yesterday and again today, because I am going the wrong way. Just like in planes, trains, and automobiles. You're going the wrong way. And then when they say, how does he know which way we're going? You know which way I'm going. You know the way, if I keep going that way, it's going to be going the wrong way. And I don't want to do that anymore. So, on to the meeting highlights now that we've rambled on for 3 minutes. A new way to respond to setbacks. Everyone faces setbacks. They're totally normal. Also normal being tough on yourself afterward. But science says there's a better way to get back on track. We all know that. I know this from my own experience. I would never talk to anybody the way I've been talking to myself in the last year. I've been really belittling myself and not realizing the accomplishment that I had made, just focusing on the disappointment in my life that I've given myself as far as my weight loss. My life is going well, but there were things that happened in 2023 that kind of set me off track. It really, things I'm not going to share, but things I've acknowledged. And it was a hard year for me. I may not have appeared that way on my videos, but 2023 was a very difficult year for me. And the fact that I gained, I don't know how much weight in 2023. I'll put it right here. I gained a good portion of weight in 2023. It was a difficult year financially, emotionally, physically. It was just a bad year all the way around. And I was starting 2024 off on a higher note. I was doing really well, and then I kind of slipped. But I refuse to keep blaming myself for going bad. They were going on the wrong track. I hold full responsibility for that. Let me make that very clear. I hold full responsibility for my weight gain. Nobody laid me down and shoved food down my throat. Nobody did. Nobody brought food into the house other than me. Nobody talked me into doing things that I didn't want to do anyhow. So the only one I have to blame is myself. But I need to be a little bit more loving about that, because I have not been very loving about that. So Number one is imagine your friend feels down because she went over her points budget. What would you say and what tone would you use? Well, like I just said, I would never talk to people the way I do. I do find, and I do kind of make this as an excuse. If I stay within my points at Weight Watchers, I don't get enough calories. But that's on me because they've positioned the program that even though you may not think you're getting a lot of calories, there's a lot of calories in a piece of chicken. So I should have had more chicken than eggs. The chicken probably has 300 or 400 calories. An egg has 80. So if I chose the egg over the chicken, that's on me. They're both protein, they're both filling, but the chicken would have been better. And I love chicken, and I make chicken in advance. I've always got some sort of chicken in the refrigerator or the freezer. So there's no excuses for that. There's just not. So I would just pretend I'm my own friend and just say, you know what? So you went over your points. Check your calories. Maybe your calories weren't as bad as you think. And go by that. I was using the excuse that I'm just using the points as a baseline. Well, I'm still going to use the points as a baseline, but I'm going to make sure I get enough calories that's healthy enough for my body. If you don't eat enough calories, then your body kind of shuts down because it thinks you're starving. It goes into starvation mode. So make the right choices as far as your food. And number two, imagine how you feel down about doing the same thing over and over. What would you say and what tone would you use? I get on that merry-go-round. I know I can't drink pop. I know that I can't even drink one can of pop. So why do I do it? I just don't. When I was losing my weight so well, I would get diet pop. I would get tea rather, iced tea. Not diet pop. I don't drink diet pop. I would get iced tea, just plain black tea. And I would order that when I went to a restaurant. And then one time I ordered a pop. And pop to me is, if I haven't had it for a while, it tastes awful. It's the sugar. Like I'm on overdoses of sugar, and my feet hurt because of all the extra sugar. I don't have diabetes. I test fine, but I do notice a correlation between when I drink too much pop or drink I really like the Simply Light and the Simply Light orange juice, Simply Light lemonade. But I do find that the additives, I hear you, Joan. Joan's Point of Plate. She always is telling people about it, and I agree with her. But I just was looking at the points and the calories rather than really what was good for my body. My true devotion for Lent now is just to do what's good for my body. I'm going to really, really stress on that. But the pop would taste so bad, and I'd think, oh my God, this is awful. But I'd drink another drink because my mind would remember, at one point you really loved this. It does taste good. You just take a minute. You got to acquire a taste for it. And then I'll keep on drinking it until I reacquire that taste, and then that is awful because then I go binging on it. I can't just have one can of pop. I have to have 2 cans of pop. That's 24 ounces of pop. It's just, and then I don't buy when I do buy pop, I don't buy the 16-ounce bottles because then I'm thinking, then I'd have to drink 2 and that's 32. No, I could get away with just drinking 1, but your mind is a very powerful tool. It really is. Number 3, is there a difference between your 2 responses? And if there is, why? How would it sound if you talk to yourself like a friend? Such great advice. We hear that all the time. We tell other people that all the time, but we don't remember it for ourselves. At least I don't. I would never talk to people the way I talk to myself sometimes. I really, truly wouldn't. So I have to correct that behavior. I have to get out of that niche of just attacking myself because that's what I do. I attack myself, and I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, we're going to dive a little deeper now. Would you ever lecture a friend who veered off track about what they should have done or point out every wrong choice? Well, I don't know. In my family, we kind of do that, but in a loving way, but like a roundabout way, which is not, it says probably not. I would never do it to a friend because my family understands how we act, but my friends don't. A lot of times I'll have friends over for dinner and they'll see us interacting and they'll think, oh my gosh, but we love it. It's just kind of like a little friendly battle. I don't know how to describe it. It's just that we just like to do it. I don't know. We've always done it, but we've never done it to the point that we've hurt someone's feelings. I don't really ever recall a time that somebody said something to me that I knew that they were just joking, that it didn't hurt my feelings, because we're not mean. We're not vicious. We're just playful. Although other people don't see it as playful, but I can completely understand that. We tend to be our pals' biggest cheerleaders and kindest confidants, all the while making our own worst critics when we're the ones making the mistakes. Very true. But the truth is, responding to your slip-ups with judgment and criticism makes you less likely to reach your goals. Research suggests it's compassion and acceptance and treating yourself like you would be a friend that are associated with healthy behaviors, overcoming obstacles, and getting back on track, not tough love. Tough love is needed. I know Joan's not going to like that sentence. I know at Joan's point of play, she is not going to like that sentence. But I understand what they're saying about not tough love. They're talking about sometimes you do need tough love on yourself. But I think what they're saying, the way I'm interpreting it, is not to the point that you give up on yourself. Sure, you need to be tough with yourself. You have to acknowledge the mistakes you're making, acknowledge what you could have done better, acknowledge what would have been the better choice. That kind of tough love is fine. But to say, you know what, you're so silly or stupid or what an idiot, why did you do that? That was so wrong. You don't need that kind of tough love. You definitely don't need that kind of tough love. You need the kind of tough love that's going to get you back on track. And everybody needs a little bit of tough love in a nice, loving, caring way, not in a mean, spiteful way. How you think about and talk to yourself is key to moving forward, but the shift towards self-compassion may not happen overnight. We all know that to be true. It can take practice to flex those muscles. Start by focusing how you talk to yourself and others so you can make changes. So when you're upset with yourself, as I have been quite a bit in 2023, I talk to myself very badly, and I didn't give myself the support I needed. I spent most of 2023 reflecting on how far I had been, not how far I had fallen, rather. I had reflected too much on how far I had fallen rather than how far I've been. And I have to stop that mentality. I just do. So 3 fast facts. Research shows that tough love makes us less likely to reach our goals. That's true. 2023 is my proof of that. Consistently replacing self-critical thoughts with self-compassion helps us learn to treat ourselves more kindly. Every day, try to think of one thing in the morning that you're going to do, say something nice about yourself, and maybe even do something nice for yourself for the day. But just think when you get up in the morning, what can I say that's nice about me? And reflect on that during the day. And I think it'll help you to refocus on yourself. And number 3, being kind to ourselves as you handle challenges has been shown to increase our motivation to keep going. When we're on that spiral path going downwards, not losing weight, gaining weight, making poor choices in that, and we're not kind to ourselves, we kind of give ourselves an excuse that it's okay. It's okay to keep on going down that hill. And no, it's not okay to keep going down that hill. We have to start encouraging ourselves to get up, brush ourselves off, and start all over again, because that's what we need to do. And that's what I'm planning on doing for the rest of 2024. So I'm wondering how you guys did this. How do you talk to yourselves? Are you really supporting of yourselves, or are you one of, like me, kind of like down on yourselves a lot of times? Sometimes I just look at the big picture of how far I still have to go, and it's discouraging. But I need to reflect on the fact that I'm not what I used to weigh. And I just think that we can do it. And I'm just wondering, do you find that if you keep within your points, you don't get enough calories? Or are you smarter than me? Because I'm sure you are. And you make healthier food choices so that you have more calories with the food choices that you're making as far as your proteins and stuff like that. I know I can do a better job, and I do intend on doing a better job. So check me out on my daily vlog this week, because my theme is to recover from a setback, because that's my theme for the week, is recovering from a setback. But in the meantime, I hope you appreciated what I had to say, and let me know in the comments below what you think is your worst fault and what is your best trait. And my worst fault is I'm very hard on myself. My best trait is I'm a very forgiving person. I really do think that's a good trait. And I'm not saying that I forgive and forget. A lot of times I don't forget, but I do forgive. So, okay, hope to see you again here next week, but maybe on my daily vlog. Check it out. So in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you soon.